everyone.
Hi.
So welcome back to our channel. Thank you for joining us today. You may see by the title of this video that is a Q&A, but we also have a little announcement for you.
Yes.
So should we start with the announcement first and get that out of the way?
Let's start with the announcement. It's only that we've decided, normally we do every week. We've just decided that from now on we are going to put a video out every other week. So still on a Sunday, still mid-afternoon, but we just decided that our jobs are taking up more and more of our time, and we still want to give and dedicate some time to YouTube, but we just can't do it weekly.
Yeah, we don't just want to put out any old video just for the sake of it, just to fill the slot on a Sunday. So I hope you understand that. Please stay subscribed and stay watching us every other week. And also, if you want to also subscribe to our Instagram, we will try and do. We're not the best. We're not the best. We're not selling ourselves now, but try and come and subscribe to our Instagram, the Perfume Pros, and we'll try and do a bit more on there in between the gaps in the 2 weeks as well. So yes, thank you. And whilst we're here, we're going to answer some more of your questions, because we get loads of questions. We've done a couple of Q&As recently, which I'll link below, but these are some more different questions that you've asked. So what have we got?
So we have got first one from Karen Bayliss. How should I store my fragrance? And actually there were a couple on this same vein. So it's quite a question.
Yeah. So ideally in dark and cool place. Yeah. Because
which is always a shame, because the bottles are so beautiful. Yeah. I want them out all the time.
Fragrance, the enemy of fragrance is light and heat. Yeah. So if you want to preserve it for the longest time, that's what you should do.
So ideally in its box.
In its box, in a drawer, not near a radiator or near the window where the sun shines in. Yeah. But
I have to say, I don't always adhere to that rule.
Because maybe part of the joy for you is not just the smell, but the bottle and looking at the bottle. Yeah. So then have it out, and you just take the risk that it might go off and you might not get to use it all before it goes off. Yeah,
I was going to say that if you wear it often, so if you then it's
if you wear it every day.
So then it won't. Just having it, say, on your dressing table out in,
it's not going to go off in a few weeks or months. Yeah. No. But it's up to you.
There is a question sort of linked to that, funny enough, about storage in store, which I thought was quite interesting.
Yeah, so what did she say?
Peggy Huey. How much influence do distributors, we work for a distributor, have on retailers as regards storage of stock and display? She says, I've noticed that a majority of retailers display their bottles in glass shelves, which get very hot. I was wondering if the scents were in danger of going off.
Yes.
Good point.
It is a good point. So in terms of how much influence the distributor has, not a huge amount.
No.
We will have many negotiations with different retailers in terms of space and location. So like where we're situated in the store, you know, the location of the shelves, whether we're on the top shelf or the bottom shelf, that kind of thing is more of a negotiation. In terms of the fixturing,
it's normally the store's fixtures.
We've paid, sometimes you'll have an agreement where the distributor or the brand builds their own counter, and then you can obviously make it as good as as you want to. But
the thing is, light attracts people to the shop floor.
It looks all bright and shiny.
So actually, a retailer is always going to want a perfumery well lit, because you want your customers to really see the bottles, and you want sometimes these bottles, they look so beautiful with light behind them or underneath them. So from a visual point of view, they love that.
It's better. Yeah. And also the thing is as well, it's up to the retailer to control their stock holding, because the problem comes is when you've got stuff that's sat on that shelf for like years, and then it probably will have gone funny. So if they have a good, a lot of retailers operate on, say, like a 6-week stock holding, so
they should turn it around quick enough.
So they only keep enough stock that it sells through relatively quickly, but that's up to them again to manage and then buy the stock from us. So yes, I hope that answers your questions.
Also remember that the stock is in its box. So it is the fragrance bottle is protected from some of that heat and light by its outer packaging. So it's only probably really the testers, and testers literally get used so quickly
and stolen
that they haven't got time to go off or mar. So I think in some respects you're looking at a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second question. Jem Rice says, can perfume damage jewellery? Well, I sometimes think it can.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I haven't found it from personal experience, but I don't really wear much jewellery, as you can probably see. I have a watch.
It doesn't, it's not good with pearls.
No, that's true. I mean, if you think about it, you're spraying alcohol and oil. So I would be careful. I mean, we always suggest in the store when they're spraying, if someone's got like bracelets or watch, to kind of cover that and try not to spray on that, and also try not to spray on the clothes as well. But yeah, I'd be a bit careful, especially if it's really nice. I mean, if it's just kind of cheap costume jewellery, maybe you don't care.
Probably goes a different colour quicker.
Well, yeah, exactly. But if it's really nice, then yeah, I would be a bit careful if it's sentimental value or something to it.
I still think though, we've said this before, if you spray from afar, you're better off, you know. If you're spraying really close
and it's running into your watch chain,
it's not good. But if you're spraying from the proper distance and you get that mist of perfume, a lot of the alcohol is sort of dissipated, if you like, in the air. So actually that's probably okay. Good question though. Next question. Audra Bland says, does a more expensive fragrance stay on the skin longer? We've had a few questions about longevity, you know, and perfume on the skin, and why does it smell different on the skin, and how long does it last? Whole big topic.
Not necessarily.
I think, you know, the whole thing about price.
Yes, because we had other questions about price as well, haven't we?
There's so many different
about
options.
why are some things more expensive than others, and should they be, and you know, am I just being ripped off, etc.
I don't know, what's your...
My feeling is sometimes there are like legitimate reasons as to why it's more expensive. For example, the concentration of it. So an eau de parfum has more of the essential oil in than the eau de toilette, and that's the expensive bit, so it's more expensive.
What about the quality of the raw materials?
So sometimes if it's all synthetics, then it might be cheaper to make, so they can sell it cheaper. But if it's natural, so for example, I heard on the radio the other day that there's a huge problem with vanilla at the moment, because there's been a lot of bad weather in Madagascar, and 75% of vanilla comes from Madagascar. So even in food now, the prices are going to go up because it's hard to get the vanilla. So that can also affect the price of perfume if it's something rare, expensive.
The interesting thing here is the question is actually about where does it stay on the skin longer? And I think that if you've got some of those, because the ingredients that really stay on the skin a long time are those deep ingredients, the woods, the resins, the ambers,
the type of scent.
And some of those, I mean, like sandalwood, for example, hugely expensive, you know, in lots of demand, you know, rare, because the sandalwood tree has to mature for many years before you can extract the scent from it and it's ready. So these kind of things, it all
adds to the price.
Exactly.
But then there's also other things like the bottle. You know, if the bottle's very specialist, I know in Serge Lutens' gold collection, it's a black glass, and there's only one person, like one factory in France that blow this black glass, you know, so that adds to the expense of it. And I know that in one of the other questions someone said, like, is it worth it? And I think if it makes you happy, you decide if it's worth it. So
because it's difficult to put a price on art.
Exactly.
I think that's the thing, is you have to
your joy.
You
know, if it's your hobby and it's something that every morning it makes you happy, then what's the price of that?
It's so true. I was in a store, in fact it was last Christmas, I was working on counter in one of the stores in the UK, and a customer came in and they really loved, like seriously loved, one of the more expensive ones that we sold. And this lady had been in a few times and always like decided can't justify it, kept coming back, you know, had a bit of a spray, still loved it, okay? So she said, look, she said, I really don't know what to do. For the price of this, I could buy 3 of these, you know? So should I just buy 3 of these, or should I just bite the bullet and buy this one? I was like, well, which one makes you happy? And the answer was obvious.
And like,
it was the one that she really wanted, which happened to be the more expensive one.
I mean, don't, you know, make yourself bankrupt for a bottle of perfume and get yourself in debt for a bottle of perfume. But if you can afford it and it makes you happy, then
well, especially if you're thinking of spending the same money but buying 3 lesser ones that you don't like so much instead, just because you think you're getting better value. Anyway, I think we've gone off the topic a bit.
But that's you know what we mean. Right, other questions?
Other questions. So question from Joe Sains. Do you know why after a while you don't smell your own fragrance anymore but others do? Do you just get used to it?
Yes. This happens a lot, where customers have worn things for a long time and then they come in store and say, doesn't smell anymore. Have they changed the formulation? I can't smell it anymore. And it's just because you do. If you wear something a lot, you just get used to it. Your nose gets used to it. It's like if you walk into a room that stinks, I don't know, stinks of fish or poo or, it's horrible, and you walk in, you're like, oh, this is disgusting. But if you have to stay in there, you gradually get used to it.
Your brain sort of goes, oh, I don't need to smell that.
This is normal. Yeah, switch off to it. Yeah. So that's the same thing with fragrance. So yeah, if you want to smell things in a kind of clearer way, try and change up what you wear on a daily basis you don't get used to it.
Yeah, have a fragrance wardrobe. Yeah. And then you can swap and change. Yeah. Shall we do one more?
Yes.
Okay, this is from Ria Kodosaki, and she says, is the Vaseline before perfume trick a legit one or a myth? A couple of people have commented on this on our different YouTube films, to rub Vaseline on your skin and then spray perfume.
Yeah. I can't say I've actually tried it.
I meant to try it and I forgot.
But
why wouldn't it work?
The theory, it should work. Because what we always say about making the fragrance last longer is that it will cling better to a moisturised, like an oily skin, because the oils can connect with the oils that are there rather than just being sucked in the skin. So my feeling that Vaseline's quite a barrier, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that the only thing with Vaseline is that you wouldn't want to put it over your...
Well, no, but you might just want to put a little bit on your pulse points or on your neck here or something.
Yeah,
but try it. Yeah, try it, but a body lotion would work just as well, I think.
Make sure your skin's hydrated, and the oilier your skin, actually, the better perfume sits.
Yeah.
Okay. So there we go. So there was a few questions there answered. Hope that helps you. Great to have your questions.
Yes.
And we will try to do these more regularly so we can catch up with the questions on our comments.
Yes, so thank you so much. And as said before, we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. So don't feel like we've gone away next Sunday when we're not here. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time. We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.